Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. A lot of people are asking for me to do a video on Donald Trump calling BuzzFeed and CNN fake news. Yesterday, January 11th, 2017, his first press conference since the election. In case you're new to my channel, I have over 100 videos on Donald Trump and fake news dating back to when his campaign began, which was June 16th, 2015. From then up to the present, I have tracked Donald Trump and the fake news, decoding nearly every news story surrounding him. And if you're not aware, our news, our elections, they are scripted theater performances. It's why we've had actors as the president before Donald Trump the latest. The President of the United States is nothing more than a puppet. They have no authority, they make no decisions. Their job is to go out and deliver propaganda to the cameras. That is the main function of the President of the United States, as it's been for some time. There's a reason we're getting Donald Trump. In the 100+ videos I've done, if you go back and watch them, I've expressed many times why Donald Trump is the character we get to follow the theater actor Barack Hussein Obama, which is nothing more than a stage name, all part of the sick script we're living out. In the post 9/11 agenda, the first president elected after the sitting president at the time of 9/11 is named Barack Hussein Obama, after nearly a decade of programming to fear the names Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. Then we get Barack Hussein Obama, and not by coincidence. I have hundreds of videos on Barack Obama himself. So understand, for Donald Trump to call anything fake news just shows it's another theater performance. Donald Trump knows the news is fake. He's been going out and delivering his punchlines for a year and a half. Go back and see all that Donald Trump has said in the fake news cycles and all that has come true. There was a day where the headlines were Donald Trump says, "I am Batman." And then the very next day, those were big headlines that day. You can go back and watch my videos. I documented Donald Trump says, "I am Batman" was the most important story in the news. The next day, 3 deaths reported connected to Batman. 2 from the TV show, and 1 supposedly a charity worker in Maryland who crashed his imitation Batmobile supposedly while serving children who have cancer at hospitals. I mean, a real tearjerker of a story, but also seemingly propaganda synced up with the fake news which Donald Trump plays his part in. Every story you've heard about Donald Trump, from getting the Purple Heart to people climbing his building, it's all staged, manufactured, planned news by the numbers. And with regards to by the numbers, we're going to get into that in just a moment. Let's first watch this 2-minute clip, as painful as it is to listen to Donald Trump, soon to be President Trump. As painful as it is, let's listen for 2 minutes, and then we'll see why this is a mockery. Here we go, Truth Seeker. Make sure you can hear it.
It's disgraceful that the intelligence agencies allowed any information that turned out to be so false and fake out. I think it's a disgrace. And I say that, and that's something that Nazi Germany would have done and did do. I think it's a disgrace. That information that was false and fake and never happened got released to the public. As far as BuzzFeed.
So, just real quick, you have to understand Donald Trump is very much aware of fake news. January 15th, 115, he's taking office with the 115th Congress. January 15th, 2000, Donald Trump published a book about part of the book talked about a major terrorism attack likely coming to New York and the World Trade Centers, where he even names Osama bin Laden. It's because 9/11/2001 was planned out since at least 1968, and many world elites were aware of this. It's all part of a planned agenda, bringing about needless wars, needless tyranny, a police state, a surveillance state, all the things that have happened in the wake of 9/11. Starting wars, taking away rights from the citizens, more tax dollars for collecting information on the citizenry. Donald Trump, one of the people that knew about this agenda. Even musicians like Prince knew about it. Prince was singing about it in the 90s at his final show in Europe, singing about how he's bummed out that he has to go back to the United States because Osama bin Laden's getting ready to drop the bomb. He started singing a little song that they just put together at the end of the show in the 90s about Osama bin Laden getting ready to drop the bomb. All this information's out there for everyone to listen. You know, we're living out an agenda truth seeker by the numbers. We're going to get more to it. But again, Donald Trump, he knows about the fake news. He's been known.
Which is a failing pile of garbage, writing it. I think they're going to suffer the consequences. They already are. And as far as CNN going out of their way to build it up. And by the way, we just found out I was coming down. Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen is a very talented lawyer. He's a good lawyer in my firm. It was just reported that it wasn't this Michael.
Michael Cohen. Who has that last name? That's the guy who really ran Trump's campaign, Michael Cohen. I have a video on Michael Cohen from about a year ago.
They were talking about. So all night long, it's Michael Cohen. I said, I want to see your passport. He brings his passport to my office. I say, hey, wait a minute. He didn't leave the country. He wasn't out of the country. Then Michael Cohen of the Trump Organization was in Prague. It turned out to be a different Michael Cohen. It's a disgrace what took place. It's a disgrace. And I think they ought to apologize to start with Michael Cohen.
Sir, since you're attacking us, can you give us a question? Since you're no, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance? You are attacking our news organization. Can you give us a chance to ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you state, Mr. President-elect, can you state categorically, Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question? You're attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you give us a question?
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
Go ahead.
can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President-elect, that's not appropriate.
President Obama went too far with the sanctions he put on Russia after the hacking. Do you think they're
I don't say he went
disproportionate?
too far.
And what will you roll them back?
No.
And what do you think of Lindsey
I don't
Graham's
say-
plan to send you a bill for tougher ones?
Plans to send me a bill for
For
what?
tougher sanctions?
I hadn't heard Lindsey Graham was going to do that. Lindsey Graham.
All right, so Donald Trump calling CNN, BuzzFeed fake news because they put out a story about Michael Cohen, the man who really ran Trump's campaign, and it was incorrect. And I guarantee you, this is all a manufactured story for this planned press conference where he calls them out as fake news. All of this is deliberate. Fake news has become a buzzword in the last 6 weeks or so, thanks to what happened with the Pizzagate psychological operations, which duped a lot of truth seekers. I was telling people before any of that even happened that it was a setup. I predicted that there might be a shooter-type incident at the pizza shop. We'll get to that in a moment. If you don't know about Pizzagate, I'll fill you in. But let's talk about news by the numbers. You know what else? I need to pull up something here real quick that's become relevant. Right now you're going to be like, why is he looking that up? We're going to get to why in a minute. Just pay attention to the numbers I put on the screen. We want the Atlanta, Georgia coordinates, where this city is. The 33rd parallel, the 84th meridian, Atlanta, the headquarters of CNN, who got the brunt of Donald Trump calling it fake news. And just understand real quick, Donald Trump calling CNN fake news plays to an audience. There's an audience in America that thinks Fox News is real news. And CNN, which has the exact same stories as Fox News with a different twist, they think that's the fake news. What they don't get is it's all fake news. It's all manufactured. It's all tailored towards different segments. CNN is fake news. So is Fox News. CNN was the news network that broke that planes flew into the World Trade Centers, if you never knew that, on 9/11. CNN broke the news of the planes into the World Trade Centers, something that only seemingly happened on televisions. Look more into it. Real planes cannot disintegrate into steel and concrete as they did on 9/11. So what we were showing on TV, it was a manipulation. Fake news, planned news. When you read the news, notice when they emphasize phrases. Can you see this emphasis? You are fake news, emphasized. In gematria, that phrase sums to 61, just like the word news itself. Just like the word you. The sentence begins with "You are fake news." Begins with "you," ends with "new." This phrase and these words all connect to 61, which is the God number in Jewish gematria. Important number. Think about God in seven. Seven, completeness, creation, 7 days. Gematria is a Jewish practice. It is also known to Freemasonry, which prides itself on being the keepers of knowledge. Gematria is an ancient language not known to the masses, even though it's very simple. It's pretty much the alphabetic order and adding up the numbers and words. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, up to Z is 26. And there's a few other variations to know. They're all related on the alphabetic order. Down in the description of this video, watch How to Gematria, tutorial video I've had for more than 2 years. So, you are fake news 61. Remember that recent news story where the woman for PBS just dropped dead out of nowhere at age 61? Got a video on that, very suspicious. The people who govern over us, who are Freemasons, who are Zionist Jews, who control media, government, banking, the military war empires, these people have conquered us in many ways by making us all so self-centered and egotistical and not caring about our fellow man. And just think about the word "you" in light of all of this. I mean, pretty much all of the media programming, it is designed to capture the minds of individuals and to scare them, and at the same time keep them from working together or overcoming the problems upon them. You are fake news, says Donald Trump. So this phrase, fake news, that has become a buzzword in the media, it has gematria of 84. 84, special number to the Jesuits. Donald Trump is a Jesuit. His Jesuit training began in 1964 at Fordham University. Jesuit sums to 84. Very important number to this nation. If you've never read the science fiction novel 1984, came out after World War II, it's about a nation always at war, ruled over by screens and propaganda and lies. United States of America equals 84. Like divide and conquer, Masonic motto, Jesuit motto. The TV show The Twilight Zone, which the pilot episode came out in 58. Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58, Annuit Coeptus 58, Rod Serling 58. United States 58, The Twilight Zone came out in 58, The Twilight Zone 84. Serling, name of the writer, using the alphabetic order, 84, like the show. Rod Serling wrote The Twilight Zone. States 84, Jesuit 84, again, Donald Trump the Jesuit, now declaring fake news, when in reality, he's a man who's entirely on board with the fake news. It is the reason, in part, he's president of the United States. Donald Trump will be the 45th president, but the 44th man to be president. The count's been off ever since number 25. Grover Cleveland had a split term, number 22 and number 24. So the 25th president was the 24th man to be president. Donald Trump is the 44th man, the 44th person to be president, but number 45. 44th person, number 45. The divisors of 44 sum to 84. Donald Trump, the Jesuit. Obama's number 44, the 43rd person. Obama in Jewish gematria equals 84. His birthday is 8/4, August 4th. Hope equals 44, ran on hope. Not long ago with the Pizzagate hoax, the Pizzagate psyop, sucked in a lot of truth seekers. Before this happened, I said, watch, they're going to stage something there. They're going to say some truth seeker went crazy, bombed the place, shot the place. They ended up saying this armed gunman went there to investigate Pizzagate. They said his name was Edgar Madison Welch, spelled Madison with a double D. Just like the gematria of fake news. And look at the headline about it. Fake news gets real. This was about Edgar Madison Welch showing up, scaring the joint. And these are all things I have videos on. Again, I've made over 100 videos about Donald Trump. But anyway, the shooter's name for this fake news story, his name in gematria, 84, of course. Today, January 12th, there were hearings for Donald Trump's proposed cabinet. They were interviewing Mad Dog Mattis. Mad Dog equals 44, military 44. He was a Marine for 44 years. He could become Secretary of Defense. Secretary of Defense equals 193, which is the 44th prime. Anyway, John McCain was interviewing him and asked him if he was on board with the New World Order straight up. I have a video on it. Check it out. I uploaded that today. John McCain, Mad Dog Mattis, New World Order. It's just unreal how they put this in front of our face. Anyway, New World Order has gematria of 75, like order out of chaos. Something to know. The letter S. For each S, you can add 9 more, because S can be worth 1 or 10. On the calculator, S is only worth 1. Order out of chaos, which is a Freemasonic motto. Stage a problem, create the solution. Blow up buildings in New York on 9/11, so you need wars in a police state. Order out of chaos plus 9 more is 84, just like where we were, with United States of America, divide and conquer, the Twilight Zone, Jesuit, Donald Trump. With regards to Donald Trump beginning his Jesuit training in 64, that was 52 years before he was elected in 2016. Government equals 52. White House 52. He's ascending to the White House 52 years later after the election. First office in government. NWO for New World Order 52. Mad Dog Mattis being asked if he's part of the New World Order. I've been saying all year, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, both New World Order agents, because New World Order agents behave like puppets by the numbers in the media, as Trump and Clinton and so many others do. John McCain, Mad Dog Mattis, people are all the ones willing to sell us out. Trump's beef, it was with Jim Acosta of CNN. CNN is no doubt our government. CIA, that's what the CIA's in. The CIA's in mind control of the masses, controlling the minds of the masses. CNN 13 like CIA. Jim Acosta equals 91. If you count up every number 1 through 13 and add them together, they sum to 91. Also interesting, 13 weeks is 91 days. 2 relationships with 13 and 91. In case you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, at the beginning of the year, your former owner died at age 91. Vikings equals 91. Dead by the numbers. This big outburst with the fake news yesterday was January 11th, 1/11. Donald Trump represents New York. Hillary and New York and Donald Trump both in the Hell's Kitchen neighborhood. The night of the election, Donald Trump in the 47-floor Midtown Hilton Hotel, hosted every president since JFK. President equals 47. Donald Trump in a building 47 floors tall the night of the election. New York 1/11. With regards to new and new world order, again, it's a Freemasonic world order. New equals 42 like Freemason. The big G in the Freemason compass and square, in Satanic gematria, English Sumerian gematria, it's where you take the alphabetic order and multiply times 6. G is the 7th letter, so 7 times 6, 42. The big G also can represent 42 like Freemason. This is the Freemason symbol, the compass and square. The man who was the center of this story, Michael Cohen, the man running Trump's campaign, Jewish man, Zionist. Michael Cohen equals 96, like never again. The motto from the major hollow hoax, the planned agenda of World War II to establish Israel. Most Americans don't know Israel was planned before World War I. It was all an ongoing narrative by the numbers to create the Zionist state that has caused so many problems in the world, that the U.S. gives more than $10 million to every single day, a contract that's signed for more than 10 years. Think about it. Michael Cohen, 96, never again 96, Freemason 96. If you take the numbers that divide into 42, they sum to 96. The numbers for Freemason, the gang running the show by the numbers. The word math is 42. Zionism, another 42. So this is what's up with Donald Trump. Fake news, a fake news agent himself, a man with no integrity. This is what no integrity looks like. This is why the people on TV, they're the people that are willing to go there and lie to us for fame, for fortune, for wealth. The worst people among us. It's what Donald Trump represents, the orange Oompa Loompa. Now they got to put all this makeup on him. It's just so ridiculous. So anyway, you guys, I literally have over 100 videos on Donald Trump going back, again, all the way to the beginning of the campaign. This is page 3. Every single page is just full here. Tons of work that I've done on Donald Trump. You want to watch something that'll trip you out? Watch this video. You only have to watch like the first 2 minutes. The weirdest thing that's ever happened to me while I was making a video happened right here. Talk about a light bulb going off in your head. Just wait. Trips me out when I still watch it. So anyway, all these videos, every single one of them are worth watching. I make all these videos worth watching. There's so much information here. Everybody needs to know this right here. Donald Trump in a commercial in 2010 talking about being born for the job, talking to sheep. Numbers 11 and 9. Donald Trump announced as the 45th president on November 9th, the anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. Donald equals 119. So does Sessions, Jeff Sessions, getting all this attention for being a racist. Donald Trump being accused of being a racist. 11 and 9, this commercial's from 2010. Donald Trump's wearing the same suit and tie that he wore on election night. This is all foreshadowing that Donald Trump was chosen to be the president long in advance. I did a follow-up video to this going through all the sitcoms Donald Trump was in over several decades, predictive programming for him to be the president. This video about Marilyn Manson, the music video he put out the night of the election. People got to know what's going on, the predictive programming that's being foreshadowed. It's all part of a setup. All these videos, Truth Seeker, there's so much information here. In the last year and a half, there must be 50 hours of video content exposing, what a show this has been with Donald Trump. There's certain dates I'm looking for Donald Trump that have been foreshadowed. Go back and watch this right here. This is unreal. This stuff is unreal. Find this video, the Mad TV skit from 2004. But really, all these videos, worth checking out. You can see some videos where I was wrong about things, absolutely. But what you'll definitely see, 119 Jacob sheep. This is a video you got to watch. You remember Hillary and Bill coming out in purple to concede? Purple equals 88, like Trump. All year, 88 coded next to Donald Trump in headlines. I remember this one, the New York paper with the FU, and I was telling people that FU is for the American people. This whole thing is a big FU. Donald Trump says, I am Batman. You got to check this out. This is crazy. So it looks like some of these other videos, once you get this far, they're not all mine. You remember this thing with the AM radio? I'll have to revisit that. The 1630 AM stood out. If you didn't hear about this, a radio station was just playing this message on loop about Trump. Make America Great Again equals 163. Barack Hussein Obama equals 163. Been a lot of that number this year. That's the 38th prime number. The word change equals 38. Obama ran on hope and change. Hope 44. Just everything about Trump has been by the numbers. All the female accusers, the story with him and Billy Bush. Everything. And then if you want some comedy, you can watch some of these videos made about me being a shill. There's some really ridiculous people out here. But anyhow, that's it, Truth Seeker. Until next time.